Welcome to Behind the Mirror podcast. I'm Lisa.
Hi, I'm Laura.
So, what's today's chat?
How are you? How's things? Christmas coming.
I know. Christmas has been coming for a while because people are booking like appointments really far in advance.
This is now at the stage where people start changing appointments.
Oh.
So you've got them all organised.
Client
and then
relate.
they want to change them. You're like, there's not really
Hi
anything.
there, can I just get a full colour correction
no,
done? And
I
you're
know.
like, no,
That's the
you're
thing.
in for a route. You
Happens
can't.
every year. You find everything's all organised and then, I
I know. And then we play relate with the nail people because the nail people are like, you
know.
can only come on Thursday. And I'm like, that's our appointment with
I
me.
know.
No.
I know.
And then it's like someone's got to give.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I know. It's like,
I
what's
know.
more important to you, your roots or your nails? And we're in like a battle of like,
Yeah, I know.
No, totally. So I've been talking for ages, like, right, you know how I am like the biggest lover of the Amazon Prime? Mm-hmm. Well, it's Black Friday coming up, last Friday of the month.
Yep.
What are you buying?
Do you know, I actually was talking to Chris about this last night. So normally I'm quite on the ball with what I'm going to get and, you know, I've got things lined up. The only thing that we know for a fact is we're getting Chris for a new Xbox. Like we Chris for a new Xbox because they are just like beyond expensive.
So
but
Black
that's
Friday
it.
will be good.
That's it. That's the only
You're also
thing
getting
this
an iPad.
year. And oh yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. From
I'll
me,
keep you right.
to me, from me.
To me, from me.
But yeah, no, I feel really disorganised this year. I don't know if it's because all the stuff in the house has been going on as well. Yeah, it's just there's just been a lot going on.
A lot happening.
So I need to really focus and try and get into it. We're definitely, I don't think we're doing a lot of presents for the kids and things. So I think, you know, we're going to maybe do Disneyland Paris or something. But
Oh, nice.
I know, in the springtime. But
When you get
yeah.
Disney expert and like people
Yeah.
are really on the ball with that now.
Yeah.
How to avoid queues. In fact, Graham,
Yeah.
producer Graham,
I know, actually,
He's
it's a
right
good
into it.
point. I know, yeah.
he proclaims to be a Disney expert. I can imagine him with
I
the
love
Mickey
that.
Mouse ears.
I know.
Yeah, standing there like that. No, we have to be there in 4 minutes
know.
like, to beat the fast track rush.
I know.
Top up your juice at this station, folks. It's got the
gonna be a
fizzier
long
cola. No, I love that because obviously, like we talked before about experiences being a nice gift idea.
Yeah, it's I think as well, like I just feel like they don't need anything. Like literally, my two do not need a thing.
You're a nightmare because I thought I was all like sorted, and then you're like bombshell. My birthday's on Christmas
I
Day. I was
know.
like, oh,
I know.
there I was organised in
know.
October. Like
know.
I've done all the birthdays, I've done all the Christmases, and then
Yeah,
no, you happen
I
to be
know.
born on the same day.
I know.
Brilliant.
I know.
We've been talking a lot about like Black Friday bargains. Obviously, there's this massive thing about whether is Black Friday actually bargains or do they inflate the price before they do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I genuinely, as a Prime avid user, have found that there are some bargains to be had.
Yeah.
And in past years, I have bought, you know how I buy everyone the same thing? Well, I haven't actually. I have a wee bit this year. Like the electric sofa blanket. That was a banger.
Yeah.
It's like a teddy fleece.
Yeah.
And that was on a Prime day.
Yeah.
The tabletop fire, that was also a Prime day. So yeah, I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I need new dryers for the salon. And what I'm finding tricky about this is I love Parlux, and that's what I was trained in. And I've still got a Parlux, which is like 10 years old. But they're so heavy on your wrist, even the lightweight ones. But the two that I'm using just now were both very expensive. They're very good dryers, but they do not last.
Yeah.
So I'm on my second one in 6 months of one brand.
And that's the thing with Parlux, you kind of know
It's
what
the
you're
durability.
getting. Yeah.
Yep. I keep umming and ahhing. Like I saw Cloud9 had a dryer out. Reviews are very mixed.
GHD dryer is very good. One of the guys in the salon, he's got a GHD, and
It's heavy.
it's noisy, but it's a really good dryer.
Yeah.
But I know.
We need like fast and effective.
So here was the thing. So I did the review on the Parlux Melody Silencer because that is one of the things as well. Like anything, invent me a dryer that's as good as Parlux, maybe a bit lighter. Mine's isn't too bad because I've got the light one, and I'm used to it and it's fine. But when I seen this silencer, I thought I'm going to give that a go. It doesn't. It's definitely not a silencer.
No.
It makes a different noise.
Yeah.
It changes the tone.
Changes the key.
Yeah, pretty much.
We wish you
Yeah.
a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
That was what it was like. Yeah,
Yeah.
It softened it a wee bit, but
Yeah.
which was a bit disappointing.
For 20 quid, we weren't sure about that, and I did actually tag Parlux and be like,
Yeah.
is there something else that could be done here?
I know. I feel like,
But they never got back to us.
Yeah, and actually, for even it fitting on the end of the dryer as well, I felt like that if this works, this is really cool. But Not
Yeah.
so much.
Did you do it right though? Was it like
Yeah, I
that
did.
button? Like that's
No.
really hard to get that off.
No,
Like that, Laura.
I definitely did. It just, it wasn't great.
Yeah, so I'm keeping my eyes peeled because definitely dryers, I need to replace the dryers in the salon.
Yeah.
I love my Dyson Airwrap. I use it all the time, constantly. I know that it's like people hate or love it. I love mine. And it dries quite regularly as well. The fluff goes in that bottom bit at the bottom. Doesn't matter how much you clean the filters.
Yeah.
Dyson are actually really good at replacing.
Yeah.
I've had 6 or 7 now, and they are, but I'm umming and ahhing like, do you buy another one?
I know.
And I found a Temu hack. So I was a Shein user before Temu entered my life recently, you know, my cross stitches and stuff. And basically you can collect coupon bundles, which are up to, so I've got a £90 off coupon that expires today, but you need to spend £300 or more. But like Shark and Dyson have products on there.
Oh, wow. Do they now?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I noticed, for example, the Dyson Airwrap from Dyson UK was on Temu.
Oh, God.
And it was down to $349, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. But then you would also get this extra £90 off.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that there was actual branded stuff on that.
Yeah, neither did I. But yeah, they've got iPad too as well. Apple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I suppose they're quite clever though, because everyone's using it. So
Yeah. And then obviously if you just happen to get one of these coupon bundles, which you just play that stupid roulette game thing, which I didn't think was ever going to come very good.
Yeah.
And then most of the time you would have, I mean, like who's spending £300 on Temu to use £90? But actually if you're buying a bigger product, there you go. There's
cool.
my life hack of the week.
I know, that's good. I actually didn't know that, so there you go.
Yeah. So, celebrity world, what have we got happening? What's her face? Lily Allen. Right, so we talk a lot about the music in a salon.
Yeah.
And the repeats. I don't know why he did it, but thank you so much for the Urdu and Arabic song. What's this? What was it? Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I actually thought I was going mental. I was like, is this why am I not able to sing along to this?
Yeah.
But yeah, that has now repeated itself 15,000 times in my salon.
Do you listen? Is it the radio you listen to? Yeah, so at that point,
I used to like the song Pink Pony Club.
I know.
And then it came on 18 times in a day and it was like, Pink Pony Club. Oh my God, stop, play something else.
I know.
But yeah, because of that, it's led to be like, you get so sick of the same song that's coming out over and over that we need some new music. So Lily Allen's back.
I actually love Lily Allen. I remember she played at, it was one of these festivals somewhere, and I seen her there. She's just like, I just think she was good fun. Like, she was really good on stage. But I've not heard any of her new music.
Right, so it's about the breakup of her and her boyfriend.
So,
and
was
it's
she
about
not
the fact
married?
he cheated, or it might have been her
Aye, they were
husband. I've only
married.
heard one song,
It was
and
her
it's
husband.
the weirdest
Is
vibe.
Is it good though?
I wasn't.
Her music was always a bit wacky though. I think that's why I quite liked it.
But it was kind of upbeat and thingy. It was more like somebody speaking into a mic. It was a bit odd.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was one of my clients was saying like the whole album is about this guy that was cheating on her.
Oh wow.
But I think she's been selling pictures of her feet. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's random.
Yeah. Talking about cheating, we watched that thing, The Betrayal, last night. Have you seen that?
No.
And it's about this woman who was married to a man, and it came out basically that he'd had something like 6 affairs, like all at the same time. I'm like, how could anybody have time for that? Never mind cover it up. He's now in jail because he had like an affair with he was a teacher and he had an affair with a student as well, and among it all, and that's how he got caught. I know. But I can see why she's made an album. I can understand why she's made an album, because I think if somebody betrays, there's actually there's a podcast that this woman's made, and it's like her talking about, her experience and what happened to her. And I suppose it's just somebody's way of coping. I honestly think that's the worst thing in the world. I don't know how you would cope with it.
So I think, I don't know, people obviously deal with things differently.
Yeah.
I sometimes think silence is golden as well.
Yeah, true.
But then it's whether you're brave enough to want the world to hear your dirty laundry.
I know. Well,
and what good comes of it.
I know.
So if you've got kids, do you want them knowing the ins and outs when they're wee and they're young? Do they need to know how much?
I know.
Of a horror one of the parents was?
I know, you're almost kind of giving them, that satisfaction that they affected you. And really, a lot of the time,
you move on quite quickly.
Yeah.
Like it hurts. It really hurts. And then after a while it's like, who?
Find your focus.
The thing is, I think people that do that, they're unhappy in their own self. So that guy's had 6 relationships with different people, but none of them were making you happy. Do you think maybe you were the problem then?
Absolutely, yeah.
6 people are, I'm presuming, all don't know about each other. They're all making your dinners, they're all cleaning your clothes, they're all going out for dinners with you, they're all buying you a birthday present. None of it was good enough, no?
No.
Right.
It's bonkers.
Yep. I mean,
So,
yeah. I saw a thing that was really interesting. It was like a bit deeper than what we usually talk about. Like, but we've talked in the past. I'm quite open about how I am so grateful to have worked in a salon throughout. I had a bit of a rough ordeal with it while I was pregnant, and had a lot of drama happening to me personally, which we won't go into. But it was awful. I think anyone that does know will be able to say, like, yeah, no, that was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
And if I hadn't have had the support from my clients through that really awful time in my life, I don't think I would have been able to get up and face an office.
Yeah.
But I was getting up and facing a group of really amazing cheerleaders who were able to say. But the thing I read was like that we go through experiences in life because of a purpose. There has to be a reason. There has to be something.
Yeah.
You cannot just go to hell and back for no good reason.
It's that saying, there's a lesson in everything.
There is, and it doesn't feel like that at the time, and it certainly for me did not feel like that at the time. It felt really unfair. It felt really raw, very emotional, and it was a case of like, get up, get on with it, because there's no other choice.
Yeah.
But now I reflect and I think I'm a more resilient person.
Yeah.
I'm a stronger person.
Yeah.
And so you just have to believe that everything happens for a reason, and not in that everything happens for a reason, but like in that deep zone of surely you've not gone through all that for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how you kind of then focus on the positives. Not that I can say that much positive came of that position that I was necessarily in, but my way in which I coped and dealt with it throughout, I would say, about a year and a half while it was happening.
What makes you really resilient to anything that life throws at you now, really.
And it stops. I think for me, I can quite confidently say, like, I'm not scared now. Like, I wouldn't, like, I'm not scared of how I feel. I'm not scared of what could happen to me, because I'm like, I lived through that. I got through that. I got through worse.
Also, you then have to, you spend a lot of time working on yourself to get through these things. That then actually, you probably find that the love that you've got for yourself and what you deserve is way greater than probably, what you had before. So
I can definitely reflect on a lot of things and think I now have respect for myself that I did not have before. Like, why on earth was I okay with that? Why would I ever have been okay with that? But I was at the time.
And the thing is,
and now
as
I'm
well, and then now as a mother, you're then teaching your child, you do not let people do this to you.
No.
You don't. And I think, I mean,
like, I've got a little girl, so I don't ever want her to grow up and accept being in that person's case, 6 best. That's not okay.
No.
But you've got a son, and so when you go through something awful, you don't want him to be that guy.
Well, that's I think actually it feels like there's a wee bit more pressure. I don't know why. I think when you're raising a son, because you're raising a man, somebody's husband, and I feel like, I don't know, just like, I just feel as if, it's so important the way that you raise them, because they're, it's hard to explain. I just think there's so much importance on raising a good man. Yeah. As well.
Probably because society has it at the minute where they're in the minority.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe that's a controversial thing to say, but in my experience, where are all the good ones? They're really, they're the diamonds in the rough.
I know, and that's the thing. Like, I love and I miss a lot. Like, see all the chivalry. See like people just like holding doors open, but I know a lot of people, this goes back to that wolf whistling thing, a lot of people don't, they want to be equal and they don't want men to do things for them. I just think I think there's nothing nicer than like old gentleman traits.
I just think people that are kind and nice.
Yeah.
Like, that's almost becoming a rarity instead of the norm. It's like,
I know.
Yeah, and that's not, there are amazing men in this world. Amazing. But unfortunately the actions, and it's the same as women. There are amazing women, but the actions of the few speak louder than the actions of the rest. So,
I know.
Yeah, so we were talking about that, and that was like the deep and meaningful, insightful part of today's podcast. Yeah. But yeah, in relation to Black Friday, back to shopping for us. I haven't seen anything jumping out massively at the moment. I love a new tech. I love a new gadget.
I love a gadget.
Love it.
I've got that brush cleaner in the salon.
Okay, are we reviewing that next?
Yeah, actually, I really like it. So I kind of bought it on a bit of a whim because, partly because it's one of the things that drives me nuts whenever I go and get a brush and they're not being cleaned. And it's probably one of the most boring jobs ever. So I get why, they don't want to do it. But not only that,
I find it quite therapeutic.
Well, not only that though, like, so they were like using the combs to clean them, but then the combs were getting all bent and broken and things, like especially like your pintail combs are so fine. And then the sanitisation part of it as well, washing them and drying them, it just takes so much time. So anyway, I seen this brush cleaner. So you basically you put the brush in it and then you turn it and it takes all the hair off inside it, and then the bit on the top is the sanitizer. So you put the brush in and then it steams it. It's almost like a kettle. So you put the brush in and then it steams it and it's meant to kill any bacteria on it.
How much was that?
But they love playing with this gadget. So the brushes are literally spotless. Even like when Willow comes in on a Thursday night, she'll stand and she'll do it.
How much is it?
Good question. What did I pay for it again? It was in the sale, so that was why I bought it. I think it was maybe about £70.
Amazon?
No, it was from one of the wholesalers.
Right, okay. So we'll fact check that and we'll get back.
So, yep. That's the thing, I add things to the basket and
I know.
and among other things.
But
so
it's hairdressing math. In fact, I've got a funny story about that, right?
Yeah.
So Lucy, who works with me, she was doing maths at uni. She's changed now to do the medical vet stuff. She said, I've got a funny story. When she was in the maths uni, she was adding something up and she got to the end of it, and her I think it was like our pal said, like, well, how did you get that? And she went, oh yeah, because 6 + 4 is 5.
Love it.
That's what she said to me. She was like, that's how I knew that I was in this job. Like,
that'll make no sense to you if you're not a hairdresser.
Anyone that's not a hairdresser, it's how we would work out like how to mix a colour in the middle of a base 4 and a base 6. If you mix a 4 and a 6, then you get a 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was like that. Yeah, just to give you a bit of a laugh, I'd actually was doing this massive equation, and then in the middle of it, I done 6 + 4 is 5.
I love that. I know.
But that's like hairdressing math when you buy stuff. So I've got a rule. Like, if I'm buying a Dyson, it's not for me, it's free, it's for the salon. Like, so your brain doesn't see that as a new thing for you.
No.
Like, most people would get a Dyson Airwrap for the Christmas and be like, oh my God, love it.
Well,
whereas I'm like,
I see things like that can, if it makes the salon more efficient, then, they can do that and then move on to the next thing. I do love a gadget.
It doesn't count for us.
No, I know.
Like, yeah. Whereas, so I was talking about this with my clients, because they were like, oh, you need to, what ideas could we have for Christmas? And I forget that there is stuff in our industry that we just take for granted that actually somebody would open it and have an amazing Christmas present.
Yeah.
So what are your top 3 products? If you were to say, if someone said, look, I just need a generic, either like a Secret Santa or a generic gift in the hair world.
Dream coat. All day
Wow.
long.
Colour wow.
Yeah. I feel like it's the one product that suits everybody.
Okay.
Like everyone that has hair, obviously.
Otherwise you got very shiny head.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
That is the one thing if somebody's looking for even. The problem is like even the small one I think is $12.50.
It's on Temu.
But is it actually?
Yep.
Oh, wow, okay.
The issue I've got with that
it looks pretty, it's shiny, it's just, and it's such a good product. It's like we sell so much of it.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
It sells itself, like people use it, and it's just like, it's a given. I can give that to a client and I know they'll love it.
I think that you're maybe being risky buying on something like Temu because it wasn't approved sales. So is it fake?
Well, this is the thing, because even they say you have to watch buying stuff on Amazon as well.
Not coming from an actual wholesaler.
There was a big thing with the K18. A lot of people were buying the treatment on Amazon, and then it was coming, they could tell by the smell.
Wow.
They were putting on, pictures saying, is this real? Some of the packaging wasn't perfect. So you have to be so careful.
And then people think they're getting a bargain because it's like £3 or £4 less, but actually maybe better just popping into a salon that's got a connection with, because we've got like Derek, we've got Barry. These people come out to our salon, they're the reps for the companies and they sell direct to us, so we know that the product we're given has come from the
and I think if you really, for somebody, if they are looking at K18 to buy it, K18 is a product that rebuilds the bonds in your hair. So if your hair's really damaged, so why would you take the risk of putting something that could potentially damage it more if it's fake? and actually, and even if it doesn't do any damage, isn't going to help it.
Yeah.
So if you really care that much about your hair, then
Get it from
get it from somewhere that you know is trusted. But yeah, so definitely Dream Coat number 1. Number 2, probably the K18.
Okay.
The treatment, it's expensive, but it works. It's really, really good. It's not for everyone, though. Obviously, it's only for people that their hair's damaged.
I thought you were about to say again for people with hair, and I was like,
so
Laura,
all of these are for people with hair.
I think we can concede that we're not recommending for bald individuals at this point.
I do have a really good shine spray, though, or something.
I'm not sure that that's the look that people are going for, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a receding hairband.
I know. Number 3, it's quite hard because I have so many products that I love.
What's your tool?
So
sounded like an engine digging over there, like.
So we always use Diva tongs. If anybody ever asks us, for a recommendation of, for a cuddle or a wave, from day one we've always used Diva, and the price has jumped up a wee bit, in the last 5 years, but it's still, it's
you probably get them on a Black Friday deal.
Yeah, it's a really, really good tong. So they do different sizes. They do. They're actually colour coded, so the size of the barrel is depicted by the colour on the end of it. So we've got it makes it easy to remember. We've got the purple one and the green one in the salon. The orange, I think, is the biggest one. But the purple one, I would say, is the one that we use the most. But it's a really, really good one. It glides through the hair as well. We've bought other tongs in the past that have been ceramic, but the hair sometimes can stick to it, and I don't know. It's just really nice to work with, and we that's what we always use. To tong hair.
Love.
So probably actually that would be my 3. That's a really good present, and it's not overly expensive. I think now it's maybe about £45 to buy.
The tong
50 maybe at the most,
and you will get VAT-free days, and you'll get Black Friday sales. Yeah, because electronics are the one thing that do tend to go on sale.
Yeah.
Love. Okay.
What's your 3?
So I love Milkshake's 12 Effects. Love it. Love the smell. It can be used on kids. I love the fact, it protects in the heat. It protects. I love it. So that would be my first one. My tool is going to be our demo later. That's these straighteners. So I actually went to Salon International in London and saw these infrared straighteners. Now, if you now look up infrared tools, there's loads. At the time, there was 2 companies, and Amori was one of them. For me, they are absolute game change. And we'll do a review. I'll do a demo on them later in this episode at the end. They're titanium plated, so they don't stick. So I do not like GHDs. Irons at all. I think they're terrible. I've had so many clients who burn their hair because you cannot adjust the heat. I think they're quite sticky. I think they're old school good. We've got new technology now. So that, and then the third one, don't know, that for probably a serum, but that's because I do a lot of extensions. But we should have a look at some things that are like for me, the Dyson Airwrap is an absolute winner if you're buying a big gift for someone. Because a lot of the time you can get that salon blow dry yourself off that Dyson Airwrap, or as good as you're going to get by doing it yourself. I mean, because let's be honest, someone else blow drying your hair and you blow drying your hair is never the same. And they can get the height above your head. Also, it's very gentle if you've got extensions in. You're not pulling your hair, to create the curl. I think that's one of the other things. You're literally, especially if you've got, say, nanos in. Because we were asked about that hot brush. So somebody had came on TikTok and asked us, she loves her hot brush, but she feels like it's causing damage to her hair. Could we confirm? Now, the thing is that when you buy a hot brush, they say, no, they're reducing in damage because you're not using irons. Technically, they are better than an iron. However, the bristles on the hot brush are what's causing you a problem. And obviously there's now so many available because you've got your companies like Babyliss and stuff who are renowned for their hot brushes. Then you've got your £20 ones on Amazon that are unknown brands. The hot brush, so the theory is obviously when you're drying your hair, it's all wet and you're shaking your wrist with the dryer on it, so the heat is getting distributed over a time, whereas your hot brush is going on a wet section of hair over and over and over. So you're actually putting more heat on it the what you would have been doing, holding your dryer away from your hair and then just kind of taking the water out and then drying your hair.
I think the thing as well is the bristles are usually quite hard on
Rough,
these things.
yeah.
So if your hair's fragile at all and you're pulling that through, then you're obviously you're going to get a bit of breakage with that as well.
Friction. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're definitely a good tool.
I think they're a good tool for, limited use. So blow drying, like even if you're just blasting your hair upside down, and at the very end, even if you're just using it, to go over,
the ends, curling in the bottoms,
just
curling in your fringe.
Yeah, just at
absolutely.
the very end. I wouldn't use it for the full blow dry.
No. I think that's where they've got a place, but you see these people on TikToks doing tutorials with soaking wet hair, showing people how to use them, and actually it's not correct.
I know.
You're not going to do it from soaking wet, because that's where you're putting heat, like get some of that
long would
moisture
that
out of
take
there.
you as well, anyway?
Jeez, can you imagine?
I know.
Even without extensions.
I know.
Oh my days.
I know.
I'd be like, we're still on the fringe, Lucy.
Yeah.
Like, hurry this up.
I know.
No, yeah. So we're going to talk about that. But I will do the Christmas review on the straighteners, because we're going to show people how to curl their own hair at home.
Yeah.
That's something that we get asked for a lot.
Yeah.
Like top tips. And also, some stylists don't do hair ups ever.
Yeah.
Because they're maybe a bit
I think
scared
it's a
of them.
confidence thing, because it's very visual, and
It's creative.
Yeah. And
there's not structure to it.
Yeah.
And not everybody likes
Yeah.
not being able to follow a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
like you get shown
following
a photo.
step. Yeah.
You get shown a photo, and I always say to my clients, I'll take inspiration from that photo, but her hair is a lot longer than yours, it's a lot thicker than yours, she's got a weave, blah, blah, blah. So you're then taking that as the idea of like, okay, so I now can see you want boho chic.
Well, I was going to say, a lot of the time I'll say, like, that's great, you brought that, what is it you like about that picture? Because then that helps you then go, right, so she likes the pleat, or she likes, the looseness of it, or, rather than it being a like for like, replica, because it's impossible. The person that did that hair up probably couldn't do it again on the same person. Do you know?
It's probably AI.
Yeah, I know, and then that's the other thing, but that's another conversation. But yeah, so I love inspiration photos, for that reason, but yeah, so that would be cool. So we're gonna you're gonna do that, and that's one of the things actually a lot of people say to me, they don't know, they can't curl their own hair,
or they're looking for inspiration. People for
granted that,
people have wedding ideas because they've got fascinators and stuff, but for Christmas nights out, you don't want to look like how you look like in the office. Yeah, well, you might, but most people want to feel a bit more glam, a bit more.
Well, it's not even that. Like, even just for your children, if they're going to a party, being able to curl their hair, there's so many uses for it.
Yep.
So what about, what's your opinion on Shark and V Dyson?
So I get asked this a lot, right? So Lucy's got the Shark, I've got the Dyson.
Yep.
For me, the Dyson, it's just the fact that you can get the 20ml barrel is so important.
Yeah.
So that's the smallest barrel. You have to buy it separately.
Yeah.
And it puts in quite tight curls.
Yeah.
But they stay in better than the fat curls. Because what people want is the fat, loose curls.
Yeah.
But if you start with the tight curls, you end up with the fat, loose curls. If you start with the fat, loose curls...
That's hard to tell people. They have to trust you.
Yeah. You go out the thing looking like
You
Annie.
will not look like that by 7 o'clock tonight, I know.
Yeah, it's like the poodle. Like, no, don't worry. But yeah, so the Shark doesn't have that option, as I'm aware at the moment. So that for me was quite important. Price point is another massive thing.
Yeah.
Shark is about half the price of the Dyson.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why that is. The reviews were that they weren't holding very good, but then you get the both ends, because so many folk will come to me and say like, oh, my Dyson sits in a cupboard, it doesn't hold. But there is techniques and ways to do it. Like I say, the 20ml barrel for me is the absolute start off, which apparently you can never get them in stock.
Which is silly. You would think they would put that in with the standard
Nah.
one.
Oh, because it's like 40 quid, and so they want you to spend 400 odd pound buying the thing, and then you've got to spend the extra £40 to get the one that's actually worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
The thin one.
Yeah.
It's also about like, I like to sort of 90% dry the hair into the shape I want it, and then Dyson it afterwards.
Yeah.
It's about your cool shot. You want to maybe close your cuticle, so when you're putting the heat on it, round, then doing a quick cool shot with the air wrap, close the cuticle so it seals in a bit better, and then obviously your hairspray.
Yeah.
What are you setting it with? What sedums have you put in there to make sure your hair's nourished and not dry and frizzy?
Yeah.
You want your hair to be curly. You don't need it to be frizzy.
Yeah.
But obviously, we covered that in the last episode.
Yeah.
So these are all quite important for me. For the Shark, I just don't feel it's as strong.
Yeah.
But Lucy loves it. So I think that is it's just really subjective down to you and what you're used to.
Yeah. Do you think it's a bit like Diet Coke and Pepsi?
Maybe either they're like for like, but you know the difference if you know them.
But there is, yeah.
Can't drink Coke anymore because when I was pregnant, I had hyperemesis and I was so sick.
Oh, wow.
And I drank so much Coke Zero.
See, I love
And
Pepsi
now
Max.
I was sick so much with Coke Zero. Not that it was its fault,
Yeah.
but now I have to drink Pepsi because the smell and taste of Coke instantly takes me back to, no.
But yeah, so no, that's interesting though, because I think there's a bit of a battle between the two.
Yeah.
Like, not even just in the hair world, like between Hoovers and everything.
No.
Some people love a Dyson Hoover.
See, but then I've got a Shark Hoover.
See, I've got a Shark Hoover.
Yeah, but I'm Dyson
it.
in the salon all the way. Oh, that is an interesting one. It's also like, what one's going to break first? Like, there's another £500 tool down the drain that you can't go without. Like, you don't want the cheap version now. You got used to that version.
I know.
So the celebrity chat in the salon for my clients this week was the Conor Maynard situation.
Yes.
What's her face? Charlotte.
From the Traitors.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's done 2 DNA tests and both have said he's not the father of that baby.
She really wants him to be the dad.
But she's saying that there's a rare condition in the mucus or something. Or no, what was it? I read it. So it was like, she's saying that basically in the womb, the baby can inherit whatever DNA from one and not the other or something.
I don't know if that's...
But she... Well, apparently, it was like, it sounded a bit mental, but she's done a whole video on it and saying, like, this is what's happened to her. It's called something, can't remember.
But so at that point, they would only be able to have one... So has the baby only got one DNA then?
Oh, I don't know the science behind how it works, but that's what she's claiming is the absolute case. She's like...
There's nobody on this planet that's only got one person's DNA.
Well, unless we don't know about it.
I know.
But
I don't know.
See, for me in this situation, it's like, okay, you've done 2 DNA tests. See, even if he is, he's clearly not wanting to be.
Well, I know I was going to say that. At what point do you just then,
what's better for your child here? Like this man that has had nothing to do with him,
but then
that's doing nothing, and
it'll be the cash as well.
Well,
it's the support. That's what. But I know, I don't get that. The only way, I mean, that would ever be possible, obviously, is if she's never wasn't with anyone else.
I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah, that she's the virgin bloody me. Do you know what I mean? Like
Christmas come early. No, I think she's saying that she was with him and it could only be his baby. But like, I feel sad for her because I feel like she's doing all these videos, she's putting herself out there, she's telling, maybe the science thing is true, right? Whatever. But like, probably he's not worth the fight at this point. Like, if that is true, maybe just give up the ghost here because
I know
you're just putting yourself on the firing line for someone that's clearly not worth it. If he is, if he's not, you look mental. Like, you need to stop.
Well, that's the thing because that's
you've got a baby.
I know people do then start to go, yeah, she all right.
You okay, hun?
I know. Oh no.
You've got what happened to you? The egg had a what happened?
I know. I don't know. It just seems all a bit bizarre, but I'm not a scientist, so I don't know.
I know. So that's obviously gone viral. And then Kira Cousins has signed a documentary deal. Look at the face on you.
You knew that was happening.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
And then, like, her pals came out and told all these stories about all, like, that girl took that doll everywhere.
They've been approached as well for different things and they've all said they're not doing it. Like,
what, the friends?
Yeah. I think good for you because they obviously don't want part, but she'll be getting money for it. So it's just like, I hate that about this world. They cash in on people being bad people. Like, why are you making this person famous?
I know.
And we're probably not helping by talking about it. But
well, probably not. But then equally, can you imagine your pal brings a doll over your house, pretends it's your baby, her baby, and you're driving about, and this pal, the clip I watched, the girl was like, I was driving at 20 miles an hour to protect a doll in the back of my seat.
Do you know what it is? I think there's just such a big market for people because people are curious, like, somebody actually did that, like, and I know TV companies are smart and they know how to cash in.
And we love watching it. I'll watch it.
I know, I love a documentary.
I know. That's all I watch is documentaries. I watched Prince Andrew's the other day.
Oh, God.
Can we just, like, that's been coming up in the salon as well. Like, can we just talk about the fact, right? So he's done bad, he's done wrong, like whatever. We're not going to go into the controversy of that. No. However, at what point when he was being interviewed did none of this team, and they must have been a really like bulletproof team on the Royals that go in and make sure that everything that's been said is kosher, you know, like I know for a fact when you work with a Royal, you need the photographs that you publish to be approved by them. Everything is so strict, right? So fine. At what point did they think, he's come over really well there?
I know. I know.
Like, what? He just was the worst interview ever. It was like car crash. But I didn't know that Virginia had taken her own life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really sad. So she never got to see justice.
I know. When I was in W.H. Smith holiday, so random, our book was actually sitting. I know, it's terrible.
And it's like takes the death of somebody for them to become famous.
Definitely doesn't look good for him.
No. Well, he's not royal now.
I know.
I did see a thing the other day that said, what's he going to do at the job centre? What skills have you got? Maybe I can cut ribbon.
I love that.
And the guy's like, it was like a skit. And the guy's like that. Yeah, we don't have many jobs like that, actually. In the normal world, people don't really cut ribbons for us. So can you clean toilets? Can you stack shelves? Like, that was the kind of, like, what are you going to get up to there? Yeah.
Yeah,
so that documentary, that was on BBC Panorama. I'm actually right into the Panorama series because I quite like a wee 30 minutes. I feels a good amount of time to catch up on something.
Yep.
You're watching it like, oh wow, didn't know all these controversial issues. Like Lucy Letby, like, well, we've covered her in a past episode, but yeah, I do enjoy it.
It's just that reality that it's hard, you know, people like that fascinate you because their brain just works in different ways.
Well, it just shows you like everyone's so different.
It's a bit scary.
There's us in our salon with our wee ear wraps,
dealing
quite
with
happy.
the public.
Yeah, like dealing with people, hearing real life stories all the time, and then you put something on and it's like, I'm sorry, he's done what? Like,
I know.
Like Trump has done this so far. You're like, oh God, here we go. Like, what have you done now? His hair. Why has nobody fixed that?
It's just his trademark now.
No,
it's a bit like Boris Johnson.
No, it was just a mess.
I know, but it just seems to be their thing, isn't it? I know.
But who's their style? I mean, clearly, right? So obviously, usually when you've got a celebrity stylist, they're quite known for being the celebrity. Like, so for example, Babyliss is Patrick Cameron, and he's quite known for doing the royal family's hair because he's amazing. His hair ups are just out of this world. He's classy, he's chic, he's clean, he's fabulous, and he's so likeable.
Yeah.
It's funny how nobody's actually came out and claimed Boris Johnson, Donald Trump as Doris. I've combined the two. Doris Trump.
I know.
Nobody's going like that. Yeah, I'm actually the stylist for Trump.
I know.
Because you'd be like that. I think it needs a wee toner put through. Whoa, what were you using there? A wee box dye or something? What was it? Like,
so that's the other thing as well. So we were asked about box dyes. Like, what is it that makes box dyes so bad for their hair?
oh, because there's obviously this sort of like penny pinching situation just now, which we get.
Yeah.
And not everyone can afford a salon. And I think there's a lot of people that have this information that's like that. Well, box dye does it just as good.
Yeah.
And I suppose it depends on the hair.
Yeah.
Because there will be sometimes a box dye would.
And a lot of people have no problem with doing box dyes until they want to go lighter.
Yeah. And then it's a
That's
massive
then when you get the phone call.
corrective job.
Yeah.
And it's like, because you've got banding. So when we do your hair, we can, on top of your head, we can see where your sparkles are.
Mm-hmm.
And we can make sure that we're not making bands in your head. Whereas when you do it, the likelihood is most people just cover their whole head.
Yeah.
So the build up on the bottom that's had 15,000
it
box
becomes
dyes,
like 2 shades darker.
but
It becomes so black. And so matte and dark hair should be shiny and glossy. And you can tell instantly.
It's brittle.
That's, you lose the shine, you lose the gloss.
Yep.
I can tell a box dye a mile away just because of the lack of shine off of it.
I think as well, because most people who are brown box dyed, most end up black.
Yeah.
And that's why they call it a black box dye.
Yeah.
Because it just gets dark, because the build up. And then all of a sudden you have to buy black
And it's
to cover
not
the root.
what's on the box either. How many times have you heard them saying like, oh, it said it was light brown?
Yeah.
And they're like, wait,
But they started black and the box didn't tell them that it wasn't going to lift. So all it was going to do is give them a hot root.
Yeah. Well, the thing is as well with box dyes is they keep processing as well when they're on your head. So whereas we would put like a level on and it could be on for 40 minutes, it can be on for 50 minutes.
And it will never go to that level.
Whereas they go darker and darker. And the problem you've got is that where you put that first bit on first, by the time you get to the back and then set a timer, that bit has probably been on your head for about an hour.
Lovely.
And it's genuinely round about the top. And that's where you get this, I know, shadow.
And then
dark.
also somebody had said that the best conditioner that they'd ever found was in a box dye.
Now that is a thing, right? I have heard that so many times over the years. I've been asked, you know, if you can just buy that conditioner because it makes your hair feel so soft.
But you don't want it.
So we kind of looked into it because it is, you know, it's just so that we factually can understand what goes into it. So you kind of did a bit of research.
So I looked up, like, why is it the best conditioner ever? Why does it feel instantly amazing? And it's because it's absolutely ram-packed full of silicons. So there's all these silicons put in it, which means it effectively laminates your hair. So it goes on and it's not doing any actual nourishing of your hair. It's like coating your hair. So if you think of like Vaseline, Vaseline's an amazing coat for your lips, but it's not deep conditioning the actual lip. So that's the same. So you're getting this feeling, you're like, oh my goodness, that feels absolutely amazing. But long term, it's done nothing. All it's done is you've probably over processed your hair with the colour you've just used. Instead of then nourishing it with something that's gonna,
it hides the damage instantly.
It conceals it instantly, but not long term. So then you end up with the wee flyaways, you end up with the breakages.
And usually that's then when people want to buy it because they feel like it's not lasted in their hair.
And then obviously because box dyes are full generally of metallic salts, stripping them out becomes quite tricky to get them out, get the even balance. So there we go. So we busted your box dye myth.
What's your sort of recommendation? What's your top conditioner?
So again, 12 Effects for me, spray, that's my leave-in. Conditioner wise, it depends on the hair. Like the same as you, I use either KMS, Milkshake or Goldwell products in the salon.
Redken gets a really good name actually as well. There's a few different ranges, but I know that a couple of the girls in the salon have used Redken and they swear by it. There's one, I think it's a silver bottle, it's like a bonding, is it acid? Bonding acid. Acidic, sorry.
I'm really into them if they feel thick.
But
so because I was always taught you put it on the back of your hand and whatever it's doing to your skin is what it's then going to do to your hair. You just can't, we don't have a way in which we can feel our hair like instantly. You put a moisturiser in your face, you instantly feel the benefit. Your hair doesn't instantly sort of show up as much. But so I like it when it feels thick because then when I do it through my client's hair, I want to feel it really soaking in there. But that's why we don't have laminators in the salons with our £5 box dye.
So no, that's I think that's quite a really useful tip for people, you know, just because so many people, especially just now, are trying to like penny pinch. But we actually offer in the salon like a top up tint in between because obviously we're aware of the fact that people, it is a lot to get your colour done all the time, and a lot of time it's just maybe around your temples that bother you. So we kind of do the top up tint, which is just like you're parting around the sides, and it's a really good one for in between. Or if you're going somewhere but you're not doing your full tint. So I would ask your hairdresser as well if that's something that they can offer. I think your hairdresser would much rather you came back and got that.
Tried to correct the box. So I think my top tip would be if you're using a box dye, if you're are in your ways, then do not use the conditioner that comes with it, even if it feels amazing, because it's doing nothing. So scrap the sachet and use whatever it is that you would use as your conditioner in your house.
The thing is as well, you've only got to compare to, you know, the box dye. Is it because it makes your hair so dry that it makes it feel so amazing afterwards? Do you know?
I don't know.
Like, so, you know, you might find you could use it any conditioner afterwards and it would feel amazing. Nobody's ever, if they always just use
they wouldn't be absolutely ram-packed full of silicons the way that these are. These are designed to instant fix or instant fix. Air quotes here, feeling like it's instant fix, but it just hasn't.